what are the 49ers offseason wins thus far?
Well, I would say that, and you talked about it, shoring up the special teams. Again, this is a unit. There's 3 units, and the 49ers, bless them, got very lucky that they faced a worse special teams unit than themselves in the Green Bay Packers. And that is the reason they won that game, because they could not score any points otherwise. So getting better on a unit that does play a big factor in whether you win or lose games every single year, at the very least, like, this should be a positive unit. And so for me, I think shoring up special teams, going out and getting 3 guys that are going to be mainly special teamers, also depth pieces, I think that is absolutely huge. And I think it will pay dividends, and we will see a game or two swing their way because their special teams unit is that much improved.
I like that. I also like the Trevarius Ward signing. Like, I think they could have got a better cornerback, but he was really good last year.
Yeah.
He doesn't pick off passes, and they do need someone who does that, but his man-to-man coverage is really good. Like, theoretically, the reason they're kind of below average on third down is because their corner, like D'Amico doesn't trust his corners to play in the face of any wide receiver. He thinks it's just a big play or a penalty waiting to happen. Well, they're paying Ward to play press man coverage. And so instead of just giving up the comeback route on 3rd and 15 or 7 or whenever, he's going to deny it and make you go somewhere else theoretically. So I like that. I mean, unless he's not, he was not good in 2020 though. 11 penalties, a 103 quarterback rating allowed. 2021, he was much better, but they played more like zone coverage and cover 2 and stuff. So I'm a little concerned about Trevarius Ward. He hasn't been the most consistent player. He still just got paid. But I think it's better than Diamador Lenore, better than Josh Norman.
I was going to say Josh Norman. Yeah, exactly.
Right? So
yeah.
I like that. Those are wins, I guess. Some people would say not overpaying for Laken Tomlinson, but like, I don't know, man. Downgrading on your offensive line is not a win to me. Are there any other wins? Like hiring Anthony Lynn is a win.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the coaching staff's a huge win. But I was going to say that they didn't panic pay their own free agents, right? Like, Mostert got away. $3.5 million for Mostert, I think, is too much. Laken Tomlinson, just by looking at the landscape, anybody that was doing their math on this and breaking it down knew it was between 12 and 14 million annually. That's what he was going to get offered. The 49ers weren't going to pay that. And DJ Jones got $10 million. I mean, I love DJ Jones. I like him a lot, but he played 49% of the snaps. You cannot pay a guy like that $10 million. K1, let him walk. Arden Key's probably going to go or has gone out, whatever. But to me, like, not panic paying certain guys, I think is smart overall for long-term success. Obviously, you want to keep the team together, but you can't have all these high-end players that they do and then also have a bunch of like mediocre guys getting overpaid. You just can't work that in the book. So for me, I am actually okay letting the guys walk that they let walk. But to your point, did leave some glaring holes. How did they figure that out? We'll talk about that. But
yeah. David says they'll cut Jimmy like the Pats cut Newton before week 1. Think so?
That's what they should have done last year, though. That's what they should have done, because they could have $50 million to play with right now, Grant. If they had just rolled that money over, it would have been doubled. So maybe they're smart enough to do that this offseason, cut them, keep that money in their pocket, roll over an extra 50 for next year. Yes, I would love that. I cannot trust it based off of every other poor decision they've made in this choose your own adventure book. I cannot trust it.
My twin sisters are Niner fans, and they stopped watching the games because Jimmy was playing. They say his play is an eyesore. Thank you, M. Niner. I mean, I've had enough. I've seen a lot of Jimmy. It looks the same every week. It's like watching the same episode of Friends over and over and over again. It's like, I've had enough. Please.
Can I tell you, I'm just going to tell you a quick funny story. So my 7-year-old is just now starting to really get into football. Yeah. And so he plays flag football and he's just starting to learn the NFL a little bit. But he started playing Madden recently. And so he's like, well, you're a 49er fan. Let me play with Deebo Samuel. So he's playing with Deebo Samuel on the 49ers. He gets about 3 games into playing. He goes, this quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, he's like, he's not very good. And I said, Yeah, he's not the best. He goes, I'm going to try some other teams. So he plays with the kid's a freaking Ravens fan now because of Lamar Jackson. 7 years old, has a Lamar Jackson jersey because Jimmy Garoppolo, as he calls him, was not a very good quarterback. So there we go.
He's wise beyond his years. Neil says Niners should go all in now. NFC week right now. I agree. Now they could have.
Yes.
Not that many teams have cap space now. You could have cap space now. You could be picking players that you want with no competition. Next year, the cap's going to go up. Everyone's going to have cap space, and you're going to be that team in Silicon Valley where no one wants to play and no one wants to live because it's hell of expensive. I'm just saying, yes, Neil. Yes.
Because all the teams that are going all in are in the AFC. You can avoid that. You only have to play them once in the Super Bowl. You can get through the NFC right now. But yeah, it's a mistake.
Michael says he's tired of the Jimmy content. We get some new content. Where's a player interview? Come on, Grant. Heck, I will take a Dwelly or Mullins interview over here, and you ran about Jimmy. For you, Michael, I will do a player interview. All right? I bet you. It's coming. All right? For you. How about Edmonds and Barnett on the D? Dude, they're done. Are you kidding me? You really think they're going to sign they're done. They don't have any cap space. They don't.
They can free up about $6 million by extending Ward, but how are you going to go get it? Though I don't know.
You want to extend a 30-year-old DB? Hey, be my guest. Go for it. I like Jimmy Ward.